All right, page 13, continuing on with 10.3. Again, the most important algebraic concept you're going to see going forward the rest of this year and going on to next year is going to be factoring. You're going to see a lot of that. Again, we'll do a little extra practice tomorrow and then add one more step on Friday, but it's all ties together. So going through these, we did 2 yesterday. Madison, I would like you to try 24. Kira, 27. Devin, 28. And Landon, 29. Want everybody to try all 4 of those, and then you will check their work and see if you agree. Obviously, all 2-digit numbers. And I don't think it'll take you too long.
You said you did 24?
29. So go ahead and try all 4. I'll give you a couple minutes.
That was me.
Devin, got them all?
Got one.
I'd like you to do all 4. All right. All right, it's been a couple minutes. Madison, you got the first one? What do you got?
37.
37. Who has 27?
Me.
What do you got?
66.
28?
That was
Devin?
No, I don't have it.
I think that's the one I gave you. Mel?
9 for which one?
28?
28. 47.
29?
99.
All right, let's check it. 27. 3 plus 7 is 10. 3 times 7 is 21. T is bigger than U.
73.
That should be 73, Madison. T is bigger than U. 27. Add up to 12 and multiply to give you 36.
66.
Yeah, you got to switch the order though, Landon.
That wasn't even my problem.
That was a joke, Landon. 28. Who had this one?
I didn't have it, but I have the
Yeah,
answer. I'm the one that gave you the
4 plus 7 is 11, but 4 times 7 is not 24.
38.
4 times 7 is 28. 38?
Dang it.
38 is correct.
Good job, Maddie.
Last one you said 99?
C.
Landon, make sure you got them in the right order.
Well, I do.
Okay, next page. Top paragraph, it says, for some expressions, factoring with area models doesn't give you any information. For example, it's not helpful to fill in the outsides of this model because b squared and 4 have no common factors. I can take nothing out of b squared. I can take nothing out of 4 besides a 1. Well, that doesn't do you any good. Because if you divide everything by 1, you're going to get the same thing. So it's saying that factoring does not help you there. Yes?
Couldn't you take B out of these?
This one, yeah, but you got to take them out of both. You know, if you take a b here, yeah, this would be a b, but b times what is 4? You can't do that. That's why it doesn't work.
They have to 4
All right, so letter A. We'll do a couple of these together, and then I want you to do the other ones. It says determine if it makes sense to factor. If not, cross it out and label it prime. Well, I'm unsure why they actually crossed it out already.
That was probably an accident.
But it says 2h and 9. What can you take out of 2 and 9?
Nothing.
Nothing. They both do not have an h on there, so that one is actually going to be prime.
They're not like terms.
They are not like terms. Okay, let's try B. First, let's look at the whole number. What can I factor out of 6 and 60?
6.
6 would probably be a good number. I could have also done a 2 or a 3,
P up top.
but I would like to take the biggest one out. Can I take a P out of everything?
Yes.
No.
I cannot.
Oh, P goes on the top.
So the only thing on the left can be 6. If they all had a P, I could take a P out as well. So 6 times P is 6P. 6 times
10.
10
60.
is 60.
Basic multiplication.
All right, so I'd like you to do the other 2, 4, 6 of them up on top there. Factor the ones you can. Write prime if you cannot factor them. Getting close?
C.
All of them?
C.
Yeah, they're all good for me.
You good? Kira? Devin? Got them all? All right, Mel, we'll start with you. Pick one. Tell me what you got. Anyone you want.
F.
F.
5 is all of them.
I wanted that.
What'd you take out?
5.
Took out a 5, so I has to go on top.
And then for 15 it would be 3A.
Yes?
25 squared, it would be 5. B squared?
B squared, yep. And?
Then the last would be C.
There you go. Looks good. Landon, take one.
I'll do. Might as well do C.
Okay. What'd you take out?
What do you need that take? I just put W up on top, and then I put 4W on the side of it, and at the bottom of that I put 8.
That would be fine. I would have taken a 4W out, but that would not be wrong. There are other options. I'd like to take out what the biggest factor is, so that would have been 4 and W. But right now, that would be fine. Sean, pick one.
E.
What did you take out?
To right, I did 10.
Took a 10 out. And what do you got on top?
M2, M squared, 3M, and 8.
Got it.
Kira,
Huh.
G.
Oh, do I tell you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I put C on the top left. And then another C on the, yeah. And then an 8 on the top right. And then a 3.
Devin, D.
Or D.
I see.
Prime. Same is true for H. All right, question 31. It says here are 4 ways to set up the expression 9 squared plus 9n plus 14. 3 of the ways don't help or don't work when you try to fill it out. Cross out the 3 that are not helpful. Complete the one that does, and write an equation. So 3 of those do not work or are not helpful. Cross them out. 1 works. Fill it out.
Got it.
Yeah, that was pretty easy, honestly.
True.
Landon. Let's see, who hasn't done one? Madison,
I haven't done one.
I have
do you see any that don't work?
yeah, B,
Why?
because it's n squared and then the one underneath is 0.
I didn't have to solve that one.
Yeah, the only way it'd be a 0 is if this was 0.
But then you
This would
solve
be have to be 9. 9 times 0 would not be 14. So that one doesn't work. Back to Mel. One you can eliminate, and why?
D,
Why?
because if the n ending was squared, but then the 3n and then the 6n, it wouldn't be 14, it'd be 8.
6 times 3 is not 14, so that one's off. Landon, which one did you eliminate out of A or C?
I eliminated 8.
Why?
Because if you do 2n squared, that would work out, but as soon as you get to the 14, it would be an n.
Correct. That doesn't work. Sean, that must mean C works. Can you fill it out for me?
Yeah. N. And there's N next and below to the top. Then below that there's 2. And in the top right there's 7.
And then it says write the equation. So what are my factors?
N7 or 7n.
N plus 7.
N plus 7 plus n plus 2.
And that equals N
N
squared.
plus 9n plus 14.
Yep. There you go. If it does say write the equation, make sure you have that as well. Remember, here's a factor, here's a factor. Next page. Final page. Imagine you are asked to design a village. People only want roads that travel north or south, east and west so that their intersections all form right angles, like his diagram there. All the north-south roads must cross all east-west roads. 32. How can you arrange 5 roads so you have a total of 6 intersections? So 5 roads, that give me 6 intersections. Can you design it?
6 intersections.
Landon, got it?
No.
No, because you're not doing the right problem,
I
Landon.
can do it. Okay.
Raise your hand if you have it. Five roads, making it so they cross 6 times.
Okay, brilliant.
They all need to be nice right angles. So your roads are either going this way or this way. That's it.
Oh, Oh, that's still not that bad.
Got a
And what do you got?
line going straight across.
How many?
One.
Only one go this way?
And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4 hashes.
That's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 intersections. I want 6 intersections.
Okay, but we can change up what he said a little bit.
Can you do,
Nicholas,
like,
because
some-
if you make each hash a different road,
But it wants to know how long they cross.
Could you do like a star shape, like?
Nope, wants it all north, south, or east,
that's
west.
what I tried to do then.
So they're all going this way or this way.
Did it.
Okay, what do you got now?
Now I gotta go like this. Like 2 rows I go like this. And 3 rows that go down. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks good. Okay, 33. 7 roads, 10 intersections.
Shouldn't you just do the same thing on a larger scale?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Notice we got 6 because 2 times 3 is 6, and they add up to 5. So factors of 10 that add up to 7.
That was pretty easy.
Factors of 10 that add up to 7. That's a question.
Yeah.
What are they? Factors of 10 that add up to 7. And 2 and 5.
2, 5,
So your road's got to be 2 going one way
and 5.
and 5 going the other way. There's your 10
And
intersections.
that's what I have.
That is the same thing you've been doing with factoring.
No, it's not.
Okay, question 34.
Oh, that's easy. Ooh.
And you're doing the same thing you just did with the intersections. Factors of 6 that add up to 5.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. And the order doesn't matter. R plus 3, R plus 2. Factors of 10 that add up to 7.
3 and 7. Oh no, 2 and no wait, 2 and 5, 2 and 5.
2 and 5.
Why is this box drawn so crooked?
What?
The box on the page for 35, it's really crooked.
Because they drew it.
Why did they draw it such a...
You'll notice how those go hand in hand. You do the same thing. Your process in your mind should be the same thing. Okay, question 36. Melody, would you read it, please?
Suppose the families within 1 and 12 intersections but didn't care how many roads they had. How many different possible arrangements could you make? Draw the maps. Was the smallest number of roads that will still give them 12 intersections?
All right, so how many roads to get 12 intersections?
6?
3 rows going horizontal and 4 going down. 5 going
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12. So I'm going to go 3 north and south, 4 east and west. There's 12. Can you give me another way?
Just flip it.
That's a total of 7 roads, by the way. So give me another variation that's not 7. If I flip it, it's still going to be 7.
So, and like 2 north and south, and then the 5, no, 6 going down.
Okay, so that's 2 going up and down and 6 going left and right for a total of 8 roads.
Yeah.
There's one more variation.
1 of that?
There's one more option. That can get us to 12.
12 and 1.
That's what I said. I said that, but 1.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13 roads. So you could make 13 roads, 8 or 7. There's no other options. Question 37. I'll give you a little time to think on this one. Similar concept. With exactly 10 roads, what is the smallest number of intersections there can be? And what is the greatest number of intersections you can have? I'd like you to just try them both before you say any answers. Have to have 10 roads.
So 10 lines?
10 lines, yes. What is the smallest amount of intersections you could have in this village? And what is the biggest amount of intersections? Don't have to draw it if you don't want to. It might be helpful. So that's the smallest, that's the most.
I believe so.
Yeah. Tell you a hint, I got less than that and I got more than that. How many? You write down?
Yeah.
It's the same Shauna had for the least amount. I got less than that. I got less than that, and you got the second one, right?
Let's get less.
How about you, Melody?
Yeah, does that count if road doesn't go for like this? So road can turn.
I would still have less.
I know that's not done. And it's not right.
I saw a lot of people agree with the most.
Can there be 0?
What is the most amount of intersections you can have?
25.
25. 5. 5. For 25 intersections. Smallest amount?
0.
0. You could have 10 roads that go like this.
Oh.
I was thinking about that, but I thought they needed to be connected.
Yeah.
So 0 is the smallest.
Because I thought they needed to be right angled.
0 is the smallest. They don't intersect at all. They're all parallel. Be tough to get around in that city, I would think.
I would hate it.
You would never be able to go east and west.
At that point, I was just riding through everyone's yard.
Yeah.
All right, the last one here. These are supposed to be the toughest two that you've done. Some of you that started on your homework probably know how to do these. But since it's so tough, I'd like to challenge you to see if you can get them. I'll give you a couple minutes. Please don't say the answers out loud. See if you can fill those out.
We're doing the tough stuff?
Yep.
They're actually pretty easy.
One has a fraction. Landon, I remember you asked him, he said, we haven't done one with a fraction.
But I destroyed it.
Well, we'll see if you can destroy it again.
Because my name's Landon, I'm just too good.
Yeah, random voices help me focus so much when I'm
Can it be negative?
Nope. This one won't be. Here's a hint.
Yeah.
You did figure it out.
Yeah. I got it.
Both of them?
No, I got that first one. No, the first one. I got both of them, but I can be sure it's wrong.
Do-
You got this,
do the
Maddie.
two
You have
numbers.
faith in me, lady. Yeah, I did.
Add up to 11, or add up to 7.5, and multiply to 11. If your answer is no, then it's for sure wrong. Devin, you got it? Landon, got them both?
You got it now.
I just got a severe headache.
I can,
You don't have it.
no, I was thinking about this one, but then I figured out this one.
Sean.
I'm not sure
I don't know why I just don't like this.
if I'm working
It's
with
right
a
if I
half
put down,
or.
I don't love it down for some reason.
Two numbers that add to 7.5,
I don't know what that.
6.5 and 1.
No.
but multiply to give you 11.
Are you kidding
So if you do 6.5 and 1, yeah, that adds, but if you multiply that, you don't get 11. So it's got to be more than 1.
Sean got it.
3 and what?
3 and 3.5.
That's only 6.5.
Is X and a half the thing?
Were you guys talking about 38?
Yeah.
5 and 2.5.
Well, since Mel ruined it,
Oh, I thought we
Nice.
were giving the answer.
no, they were all trying it. We're talking our way through it.
I wasn't paying attention.
All right, so obviously X is here.
I do.
Both of us understand that. A lot of that was filled in. So numbers that add up to 7.5. Again, I would start with 1. Okay, 1 and 6.5 obviously add up to 7.5, but they don't multiply to give you 11. So then my next logical choice is let's try 2. 2 and 5.5 equals 7.5, and if you multiply, you get 11. So 2 and 5.5. Could do a decimal if you want. Factors then would be x plus 2 from the left side. Right side, x plus 5.5. Sean, can you write more on your paper than your arms, please? Anybody think they have 39?
Nope.
Multiply as it gets to 2, give you 2 and 1.
Well, this one you should get.
X.
You could do negative.
X there. And you should have that one, I would think. So now factors
Be 2 and
of 2 that add up to 5.
2 and 3.
Now this one's a little different because I got a 2 here. So it's going to double whatever's there.
so 1. And then 3.
1 where? Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Let's try it. This would be 2x. This would have to be a 2 then.
Top will be 4x.
2x, that's only 4x. So
You could do
let's try the one up here.
Do negative.
Let's try the one up here. X times 1,
1.
x, 1x. So this would have to be a 2.
We should double it, make it 4.
2 times 2x.
4.
So there's how you get your 5x.
Woohoo! Go team.
So what are my factors?
X plus 2, and then 2x plus 1.
Yes. So that 2 out front, that coefficient, is a little misleading. So as I mentioned yesterday, these 2 pages were going to be assigned. You could have had a start on it yesterday if you want, but page 16 and 17, pretty self-explanatory, very similar to what we did the last 2 days.